Yesterday, the Athletic Football reported that United are planning not to sign a third midfielder as they want to depend on Mason Mount going into the season. Mason Mount, Mason Mount, Mason Mount, guy. Why? It is crazy. I'm beginning to feel that that is not an informed decision. It is a rash. It is rather a reactionary decision to the fact that Mason Mount has been astounding in this preseason. So that no doubt about that. He's been really amazing this preseason. But why are we putting our third midfield signing on hold because of Mason Mount? It is not just a reactionary decision. It is both a risky and a foolish gamble that I totally advise against. And these are the reasons. The first one is everybody knows, literally my unborn baby knows that Mason Mount cannot stay fit to save his life. We signed him in 2023, and in that 3 years, we've gotten in 2023-2024, we got 14 appearance, 5 starts. In 2024-2025 season, we got 17 appearance, 8 starts. Last season is best season for us on paper. We got 23 appearance and 12 starts. We all know that Mason Mount cannot stay fit. It's very difficult for him to stay fit. And in that 3 years since we signed him, we have played a total of 162 games, and Mount has only featured in 72 of these games. It's okay to have him as a squad player. Obviously, he has quality. He can actually help the team when he's fit. But building a team around a player who cannot stay consistently fit is red flag. I don't think that is a good idea. And I'm totally against the decision. We have to make sure that we end up signing an extra midfielder. We cannot depend on Mount because just 3 games into the season, Mount could be injured. What's going to happen? And last season was our shortest season in history. We played 40 games, and this season we have a chance of playing at least 60 games with Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup, and Carling Cup. So we cannot rely on Mount as the third midfielder that we are expecting. And another reason why this is risky is because Mount is not the profile of midfielder that we are looking for in the third midfielder. What we need in this third midfielder is an aggressive, progressive, physical monster who can screen the defense, protect the defense, who can run all over the field and win balls fast as much as possible. I've already said it in the previous video that we have one of the best 8s in the games. We have Bruno Fernandes there, we have Yuri Tielemans there, we have Kobe Mino there, we have the emerging Andrew Santos. These guys are good 8 with a lot of potentials in them. But ball recovery, ball winning, tackling, physicality, win the game, like in the 70th minute, we need these physical bodies to come in to win games for us, to protect the defense. And there are games where it will become very difficult, where it will be extremely physical. In fact, we've tried this experiment before, playing Mount, Casemiro, and Bruno in the midfield. It doesn't always work out. It's like playing 2-10 and 1-6 in that game. We get overrun in the midfield. So Mount is far from what we need in that midfield. We need a physical monster. We need players like Baleba, Tchouaméni, Kone, that profile of player. And if you look at it, Mount is a 8 or a 10. He knows how to link play in the attack. He knows how to create chances in the attack. He knows how to press in the attack. He knows how to do 1-2 touches, clean touches, create chances. Yeah, but what about the defending aspect? What about the physical part? What about covering the whole field? We all know that Mount definitely cannot do this. We also have to understand that Mount cannot be, does not have area presence. If you check the full midfield, we don't even have one single area presence in that midfield. That is why this position that we are looking, the DM, that number 6, we cannot afford to miss out. Not because of Mount. Even if we don't want to depend on Mount, we cannot afford to miss out on signing that third midfielder. It's too important. We cannot say we want to save money. If we don't sign a third midfielder, it's going to give us money because of Mount. Guy, we cannot depend on Mount. If by October now Mount gets injured, what's going to happen? That takes us back to square one. And in January, we'll be back on the market looking for another midfielder. We know obviously that we cannot sign a proper midfielder in January, so we have to wait till summer. So are we saying that we are writing the season off already? Guys, it's crazy. It is very, very crazy. Another thing is that we have to understand that this role that we are trying to show on Mount into, that is not his natural position. If we start the development of Kobe Mino, who's already there, playing that position, but Kobe Mino does also have the legs of the midfielder that we are looking to get. Let's be honest. You want to compare, let's say, this guy, what's his name? Baleba. Compare Baleba to Mount. It's light and day. Compare Baleba to Mino. The difference is light and day. The only player that can have that defensive coverage in our midfield is Andre Santos. And we cannot depend on only Santos alone going into the season. I used to feel like every time that United appoint a manager, appoint a former player who is a legend as a manager, we don't always treat them right. So why is that? It is becoming a pattern. Let's, for example, look at Ole's regime. We had to depend on a lot of clubs. We never signed proper players. We were just signing players to manage. Ole was saying, no problem, give me, I will develop them, give me. And it was doing fine. All we needed to do was to support Ole with the right transfer. But we failed woefully. And that brought us back to where we were originally, square one. And I'm going to see this pattern again with Carrick. Under Amorim, we splash. Look at the signings we made last season under Amorim. We signed Ubemo, Cunha, and Sesko, Lamens. Look at these guys. Quality players that we signed. Now look at this summer where we should have improved on what we already done last season. Now we are trying to be pragmatic. What do you mean we are not going to sign an extra midfielder? And then also in that report, we were told that Lewis Hall is likely to stay at Newcastle because they don't want to sell. That they've lost a lot of players, therefore they are only remaining star players. They intend to keep him. That is normal for a selling club. They don't want to sell. They will say they don't want to sell. But a club as big as us, that should not be our concern. We should go there, negotiate, and get our player out of there. Two positions, in fact, more than two, in fact, two positions are non-negotiable in that team. The left back and the defensive midfield. Those two positions, we have to strengthen that position going into the season. Failure to do that will be very, very disastrous for us.